Hey guys, it's Chris Pre with the smartrealestatecoach.com members only area, because this came from one of our coaching members, okay? Tammy, this is for you. So your question were revolving around the principal only financing deals, like the 4-unit I showed you on the, I think that's in the members area as well. There is actually two different types that I want to talk to you about for principal only financing, and they're ideal. We pick up like one a year because they are, or two a year because they are ideal, because you're getting the benefit of the debt pay down. Your questions revolved around non-owner occupied, and if we bumped up the price, is it really a benefit for the owner because they're paying taxes on capital gains versus interest? Think about it. If they're, I'll just use rough numbers. Let's talk about a single family first, because your other question talked about how do we bump up the price high enough for the tenant owner, tenant buyer we're selling. So let me talk about a few things, and hopefully it answers your question and helps others understand how super important these financing deals are. So on a single family, let's say the value, I'm just using round numbers, let's say the value was $200K and that's what they were asking for, and you say, instead of you holding owner financing with interest, which is minimal, right? With the rates these days, even if it was 5% or 6%, it's minimal. So, and they'd have to claim that as income, right? They can push out their income liability, and they can push out their payments, so great for retirement, etc. If you go, I'm just going to again use a round number, but if you got 48 months out of this, what if you said to them, I'm going to give you $220? So you're paying them $20,000 extra. Do they really care if they're getting capital gains on found money? That would be my answer to one of your questions. I'm trying to scan if there's any other questions. So let's go through it. So now your question is, can we bump up the price high enough to cover the $220? Can we go even higher? Well, I don't know. Do you really have to? What if you were paying this person $1,000 a month for 48 months? That means you have $48K coming off that number. So now you're down to, let's just call it 50 months, just so I can do the math, okay? My brain doesn't go that quick. So now you're down 50K, so now you only owe what? 170 at the end of the 48 months, right? Or 50 months. So what if you sold the house for $220 or $225 to your buyer, your end buyer? If the market will take it, push it up higher. We have some crazy high prices. I never get caught up in that, because 4 years from now the market is trending, and 4 years from now you're giving someone, your buyer in this case, an opportunity to lock in their price. That's your sell pitch to the buyer. And for the seller, it's, hey, we're going to overpay you, we're going to pay you payments, and we'll balloon it out on it before 50 months, 48 months. Okay? So even still, even if you did that, because you get the benefit of 100% debt pay down, you're still talking that you got your 50 grand profit throughout the process. Now, in theory, could you push the price up higher? Because I just said, yes. In theory, could you also do some formula whereby you say, hey, any increase in equity in this house, we're going to split? Yeah, you could do that. So you're protecting your upside. All right. Now, on a multi, the one we did is a multi, and it's in the members area. It's the 4-unit. It's kind of the same thing. I'm not going on the market right away. I'm running it as a rental property. We hired a property manager. I would never run it in a million years. I don't want to deal with tenants. But we hired a property manager. We actually close on that tomorrow, as of the time of this filming. So on the 4-unit, we're doing, I forget some crazy number I came up with, $927 or whatever that video says per month, principal only. We gave him only $5K. We paid him $259K. So he's holding a note of whatever that is, $254. Okay, with principal only payments. So do I really care? It's a 48-month deal. I almost don't care what the market's doing yet. At about the 24-month period, I'll look at it. I'll see if we've got some significant appreciation on the 4-unit by itself. I'll also look at what's the potential of putting in a rent-to-own buyer in 1 unit and having them run the building. I'll look at all that, but I don't really care right now. What I care about is making sure my pro forma numbers hit, so the expenses are right, driving up the NOI, right, the net operating income, and thus driving up the amount of sale price I can get for it. And then taking a look at, with 48 grand in pay down, taking a look at where the market is relative to this. Might just put it back on the market with my son as a realtor, might put it on rent to own, don't know. But either way, the biggest answer to your questions here, and I'll look at it if I missed any, are you get the benefit of debt pay down. That's the biggest push for you, okay? I hope that answers it, guys. These terms deals are phenomenal. So when you find a house free and clear, go after this. I visited one yesterday, let me tell you this, that the gentleman, it's his mom's house, he grew up there and it's debt free, and so I gave him 3 options. They don't, the older people don't tend to love terms, going too far out, so I gave him a 48-month term on a owner financing. I gave him a 3-month term on a 36-month term on a sandwich lease, and then I said if I assign it back to you, AO, assign it out, and just take my assignment fee and leave, I can do it 24 months or sooner. So I gave him 3 options, but the pricing varied. I gave him on the owner financing deal because I want that one. I gave him a higher price and I gave him higher down, but it's higher monthly, but it's principal only. Okay. So I hope that helps, guys. Get after these deals where you can do owner financing and get to me as soon as you get it. Let's structure it together. That's the better answer. Hope that helps.